Princess Twilight Sparkle, Part 1. I am on to Season 4. So, with the ending of Season 3, my expectations have went way the fuck up. Like, they started out before I even saw anything, pretty much at nothing. Episode 1 and 2 were like a story, so it's like, okay, maybe this will be something more than what I was thinking. Then the rest of the season just proceeded to throw everything away and lower my expectations to nothing. Then Cutie Mark Chronicles sort of threw them back up a little, and then again went back down to nothing. Then the wedding was like, okay, this could be something. And then, of course, the beginning of Season 3 just completely threw all of that shit away and spat on it and burned it to the ground. But then the ending of Season 3 seemed to imply that something interesting could happen here. And this is another two-part thing, so this is going to be a big story, obviously. And if my prediction is right, then this is going to introduce yet another villain. And somewhere in the middle of this season, like, I don't know, episode 11 or something, the mist smoke guy from the beginning of Season 3 is going to be turned into a good guy. However, after the insufferable 70 minutes experience that Equestria Girls is, I don't have high hopes for this. It'll be kind of a nice refresher to just not have to deal with 70 minutes all at once, though, so that'll be good. I guess, okay, this is specifically this episode, so Princess Twilight Sparkle, so I guess she's gonna be coronated properly? No, she already was, though, right? I don't know, this will be like her first big thing she has to do. There'll be some dumbass villain, and of course the solution to beating the villain will just be using the power of friendship. That fucking bullshit. Like, it's the same reveal every time. Just, oh, we have friendship and you don't. Haha, we win. Bye-bye. Like, it's so... It's so fucking stupid. Here we go again. Twilight's learning to fly. Yeah, she doesn't like being called princess. Whatever. What, is she just gonna crash into a wall? Okay, some clouds instead. I guess this is meant to be funny. It's like, I think I can tell when it's supposed to be a joke, but like, it's just not. You know, since I watched the fucking Equestria Girls movie, it's been a full like 48 hours since I heard this. That was a great 48 hours. Now I gotta listen to this bullshit again. Oh, they updated that title card. Or not title card, whatever. The ending picture shit with the new bunch of the characters. Yep, there's Pinkie Pie being dumb again. It's like you could remove her from this show entirely. The only thing that would change is to be less dumb gags if you just took Pinkie Pie out of the show entirely. Like, whatever. Okay, so this is the same thing they started with, the same event. So I guess a year has passed. There's a lot more like lighting and stuff on their bodies. And there's this stupid phrase. Yeah, I'm just bored. What, did they send a letter already? Ugh, okay, whatever. Okay, she misses them. Oh my god. I'm just so out of things to say. Okay, so there's some lore. I guess this is supposed to be an emotional scene. Here's another letter from... Yep. So what, here comes the evil thing now? Yep. Oh no. I guess there's some evil shit outside. Oh, they all want her answers. Oh no, they're captured. Oh, I just don't care at all. Like, don't have a reason to care. This is pretty much the same plot as, what is it? It's basically the same plot as the end of, Season 3 of Star, because Moon gets trapped in the magic dimension, and then everyone's relying on Star to make all the orders happen, even though she doesn't know what's happening. But, like, I actually had emotional feelings. Like, I had an actual reaction, and I cared when it happened, when Star had to be the queen. But it's like, I just don't care here at all. Okay, there's the tentacles. Like, these scenes. This scene of them trying to rip out the black thingies from the ground. This is just so dragged out. Like, it's just back to really slow and boring. Well, they can't do their magic now.
Something's wrong with my horn!
It almost felt like a period joke. I don't think that's what it was supposed to be, though. Sort of like not knowing what her horn's doing. It feels like this is supposed to be some big, intense action, but like, it just feels so underwhelming to me. How many fucking times are they gonna beat that dead joke into the ground? The Wilhelm scream. It's not funny. Just using the Wilhelm scream randomly isn't funny. I mean, you can time it with the right timing. You can make that joke funny as like a parody. They've done that in like 3 episodes in a row, though. Maybe not 3 in a row. Look, now that I'm thinking about it, another reason why this show is so slow is because there's 6 main characters. Whereas like with Star, you have just Star and Marco. Those are the 2 main characters. Everyone else is a side character. Gravity Falls, you have Dipper and Mabel, and then pretty much everyone else is a side character, even Stan and like Seuss and Ford are more or less side characters. Steven Universe, I guess like Steven is basically just the main character, and then all the other gems are like more or less side characters. But there's 6 main characters. I mean, Twilight's obviously Twilight is like the main character, but then the other 5 characters are pretty much on the same level. There's the tail thingy. Oh, they need the elements of harmony. Oh, whoa. oh, how surprising. Just gotta do the magic bullshit, and then the friendship power will stop everything. Like, what? It's so out of place, that joke. That has no reason to be there. It's this otherwise serious scene interrupted by this stupid joke that doesn't accomplish anything. It's such horrible comedic timing. Wait, what? Oh my fucking... He was singing that shitty winter song. Okay. So they think he's behind all of it, but he's not. He's still the best character, honestly. He's actually kind of creepy. So Twilight's not gonna... Or no, Fluttershy isn't gonna want him to do that. Wait, isn't Shutterfly a stock image thing? Is that where they got... No, they didn't get the name from there. It's just a coincidence. This kind of feels like an Ex Machina. I don't know. They're just kind of like, oh, the vines are destroying everything. How are we gonna save it? Oh, here comes this random potion. Or is this not gonna work? I mean, I guess it's fine if it doesn't work. So is this... I guess this is actually happening. She's the villain again. It's so weird. It feels like this is supposed to be really big and dramatic. It just feels so just underwhelming. Like, okay, she's Nightmare Moon again. I'm guessing some other villain has corrupted her though. It's not that she's actually evil. And there's that. Pretty mediocre and boring. Okay. This is pretty much just any other episode, except at the end, there's a reveal that there's a villain again. I mean, really, it's just as slow, just as, oh, look at all the things we're doing. We're doing this now. Ha 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 ha. Like, I don't know. It's like weird. There were a lot of scenes that felt like they were supposed to be these big, dramatic, important scenes. They just felt so boring to me, though, and I honestly don't know why. It just feels so unimportant and so just like, I have no reason to care. I guess that's it. Like, it's so goddamn boring. Like, this entire episode is basically just set up for revealing that Princess Luna is now evil again. Though I doubt she's actually evil. I'm guessing there's just some other villain that's controlling her. But like, okay, the plot. So, it starts out Twilight's learning how to fly. That makes sense. She just got her wings. Obviously, she doesn't know how to fly. There's some antics with that. There's the, what was it, sun celebration? Something like that. Which is like the same day that, like, same event that the show started with. Anyway, and so Twilight's basically just preparing for it when these like vine tentacle things come out of the ground and start corrupting everything. The main characters like summon Discord and they think he does it, but he says he didn't. Then Zecora comes along and she's like, oh, I got this potion that you can use to figure out what's gonna happen. Then she drinks it and she's in this weird castle room thing. I don't think it's been shown before. And Luna's there, but then she turns into Nightmare Moon again. And that's it. Just a bunch of setup. Like, I don't know. It just feels so boring and dull. Oh, there are a bunch of points where there's just a really out of place joke. It would just be the characters doing normal things and then Pinkie Pie would just say like, oh, look at me, I'm silly. Ha ha ha. Isn't that funny? In like an otherwise serious moment that just, and it doesn't accomplish anything. It's just any kind of tension or caring or reason, reason to care, reason for anything, it's all just thrown away with that scene when you have that joke, because it doesn't make anything serious. Actually, it's kind of funny, it's like the same reason I can't stand The Force Awakens at a lot of points. Like in the beginning, you have Kylo Ren coming out of the ship and he's like supposed to be all intense and scary, but then he's interrogating Poe, and then Poe's just like, oh, so do I start, how does this work, do I talk first, do you talk first? And he just treats him like a joke, and then just completely undermines how threatening Kylo Ren is supposed to be. It's like the same kind of thing here. It's like, oh, this is a serious thing. Bad things are gonna happen. The world's gonna end, or whatever it is. And then they're just like, oh, look at me. I like frosting. It's just so fucking stupid. And again, this is entirely just set up. I mean, you couldn't like condense this necessarily down into like a cold open, but this could have been done in like 10 minutes, honestly. Just so boring. Or no, I don't think this should have been done in 10 minutes. Is that this should have had more interesting things happening. This could have been interesting, but it just felt so boring. Oh, fucking no. I don't know, I give this 3.5 out of 10. It had some elements of like a story, or some logical progressions, like Twilight trying to fly, and then them blaming Discord since he was recently turned good, but for the most part, just really boring. Ugh.